Minasan konnichiwa! Davide here for a new update on the Japan travel ban. Today I want to talk in details about the fast track process that will make you save time when you arrive at the airport here in Japan, and also will reduce the stress since Japan immigration will check and approve some of the documents that are needed to enter Japan even before you take your flight. But before I talk about the fast track process, few updates. Japan looks to increase to 10,000 entries per day from the 1st of April 2021. This is very important to hear for two reasons. One is that if more people can enter per day, means faster everyone who is waiting will be able to enter Japan. The government has said that they would like to have everyone waiting entering by the end of May, but with the current pace, there are hopes that by the end of April is also possible. Number two reason is that for other categories like couple or tourists, having the cap increase from 3,500 to 5,000, then to 7,000, and now from the 1st of April, hopefully to 10,000 in just a month of time, give us hopes that further relaxation will happen within the year. One more news that is hopefully going to positively impact Japan's decisions is that South Korea will remove completely quarantine for vaccinated entries from the 1st of April. Not just students, not just workers, not just families, but all entries will be treated the same. So also tourists and couples who are vaccinated can reunite and can go to Korea from the 1st of April without quarantine. If you're looking for a 3 to 4 weeks study trip in Korea this summer, make sure you check studytrip.com and goganguk.com websites. The reason why this is important, even though it's for South Korea, is that South Korea and Japan are always in competition somehow, and they surely look each other also in terms of how they deal with the pandemic. And having a positive action, some progress in terms of reducing quarantine or allowing more people to enter in one country could influence. It's not necessarily going to mean that it's going to happen at the same time in the other country, but could surely influence the other country. And this happened in the past, and I hope that this move that we just said about Korea will also push a little bit more Japan to open also for tourism and couples and other categories. Japan is also looking to stop the current semi-state of emergency this 21st of March and restart at some point this year the Go to Travel campaign to revive travel. Ending the state of emergency is another good sign that the direction that the Japanese government is finally taking is to have a life in Japan with Corona, and hopefully borders won't close again. That's it for the updates. Now let's talk about the fast track system. First, I would like to thank the people on Twitter that really helped me to make this second part of the video, because I'm already in Japan and I could have not been able to use the fast track system, but I asked on Twitter and suddenly a lot of you have replied to me that they were willing to help, and I spoke I think with 5 of you. So huge thank you, as I mentioned here on Twitter. Huge thank you for who has spoken to me, showed to me the fast track process and made me understand. I think I understand now perfectly how it works, and also confirming that it's saving time. So I had the opportunity to talk to some of you that is already in Japan and went through also the entry procedure, having done the fast track process, and definitely that saved time to them. I will share every link that I mentioned in this video, and I think the first thing I would like to show is the actual fast track page that you can see here. This page is also I think in Japanese and Chinese, but it explains what's the fast track. Fast track is available in Narita, Haneda, Chubu, which is the Nagoya airport, Kansai, and Fukuoka airports. And you can pre-register for airport quarantine procedures. There are 4 things that you could do actually on fast track. One is to fill the questionnaire that is required for you to do in order to get a QR code that you will show at the airport when you arrive in Japan. 2 is to sign the pledge, so you save the hassle of printing a paper and signing it and bringing this paper at the airport, and save the time, of course, to hand the paper since you already have agreed to the pledge digitally. 3rd, very important, you can already submit your vaccination certificate. In case you want to reduce the quarantine, you can already submit your vaccination certificate and get it approved So all the worries you may have, oh, is this recognized, is this not, you may know right away if there is a problem with your vaccination certificate or not, because you will send it earlier and they will say okay. Fourth, you can also submit the negative COVID test, and also they will check it before you arrive in Japan, and you will already know if everything is okay. Now, the negative COVID test can only be done 72 hours from the time of your departure, so you cannot really do too early, but the rest of the steps, so starting the fast track, can be done at any time, so you can really start it now if you're watching this video. You can start inputting the data of your flights and all the information, the questionnaire, the pledge, and the vaccination certificate if you have it, if you have one. The negative COVID test, which you can only do 72 hours before the departure, so you cannot do too early, but also you need to submit it at least 16 hours prior to your flight schedule arrival time in order for this document to be checked, and at arrival you don't have to do an extra queue to show the negative test. You can read everything I said here with more details. I'll try to make it short. You can find a QR code where you can download the app and explains you how to get this green screen. Green screens means everything has been reviewed, everything is okay, and when you arrive you will have to do less queues. And there is also very useful here infographic on prior registration, so you can actually see here step by step how this works, but can do better for you. I can show you how it works. So here we go, and when you actually start the app, you have to go through a lot of disclaimers, terms of condition, privacy policies. Make sure you read all of them, but everyone has to go through it. I don't think we have other options. The MySOS app will ask you, after you go into all this through confirmation and checks, will ask you if you want to start the entry procedure. You will enter here some basic information, and the app will ask you if you want to start the entry procedure, the quarantine entry procedure early, and it will send you to an external link for that. And you will have to fill your information. You put general info like your flight, your physical condition, your passport number, your phone number, etc. And when you completed this, one of the first step, it will be registering for the questionnaire web and give you this QR code that you will show when you arrive at the airport. And registration procedure, the time remaining is automatically calculated based on your arrival time, the information you put about your arrival time. So you can see here, you have 4 things, as I mentioned before: the questionnaire, the pledge, the vaccination certificate, and the test result certificate that has to be taken 72 hours before departure. So this is a great also checklist. You make sure that you won't miss anything. That's also very, very nice and very helpful, I think. The second step is the written pledge, which we are doing here right now, that you just basically agree and sign. It will be pre-filled with the info you already provided at the beginning when you start the registration. And when you've done it, you can click on the vaccination certificate. You can choose if you want to submit or not. You can put what type of first, second, and third dose you have. When is the date of the third vaccination, and you can actually upload the photo. I cut here the video because I don't want to show, of course, the actual vaccination certificate of the person, but you can basically upload the photo from your phone. So you can take a photo of your vaccination certificate and then upload from your phone. I think that works really smoothly. Last step will be uploading the test certificate. You also can upload a photo that hopefully follows the guideline that I will also post in the description, and then you are ready to go. So this is pretty much everything required. When you have submitted everything, the app will be asking you to wait. You can see here, for example, the vaccination certificate is being reviewed. Also the result certificate will be being reviewed, and if everything is okay, you will have a green screen like this one here, the one you can see here. That means that everything is completed. So that's everything for today. I hope this is very helpful, just to also maybe give you a little bit of calm in such a stressful time. I know all of you are rushing now to get to Japan as soon as possible, and because last November was so bad for all of us waiting, you may have a lot of worries that things are not going to go as planned this time. But I can guarantee that we have, as Gogo Nihon, we have a lot of students entering already, and more will enter in the next weeks. Some schools have been a bit slow about the ERFS certificate. I'm very sorry about that. We are trying to push them as much as possible, but I want to tell you that things are going smoothly this time. There are a lot of positive updates and improvements that the government has made in the entry procedure. Still, much can be done. Still, we want things to be smoother so everyone can enter possibly for the spring term. Just I want to calm down everyone to the fact that things are moving. And this fast track procedure is working and also can check for you some of the documents needed. It can check beforehand, so you will really have not this extra worry. Thank you very much for watching as always. If you like this content, if you want to support this channel, please always like, share, comment, and also subscribe and ring the notification bell so when I make a next video, when I have any important update on the Japan travel ban, you will be notified. Thank you very much for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Mata ne!